Welcome back. While the Chancellor was delivering his budget inside Parliament, outside in Westminster, the streets were filled with tens of thousands of striking workers. Ministers have resisted demands for public sector pay rises in England to keep up with inflation. And today the Chancellor said that inflation was the strike's root cause. Ashna Hurinag spoke to some of the strikers in London today.
Snaking through the streets of the capital, tens of thousands of public sector workers try to drown out the Chancellor's words. The chant may differ, but the message is the same. More pay and better conditions for teachers, tube drivers, civil servants and junior doctors. Despite this turnout, though, they still don't feel heard.
You just have to step foot into a school to notice that it's at its knees, and so we need better pay to educate our kids.
Without my husband, I wouldn't be able to afford to live by myself. My friend is a single person and she's struggling to pay her rent.
As the Chancellor addresses the Commons, tens of thousands address him. Their campaign so far culminating in the biggest day of industrial action yet. The sea of solidarity filled Trafalgar Square and featured old and new faces with far from new problems.
When I'm talking about resources, I don't mean like rubbers and rulers, because we're kind of used to not having those things anyway, but it's more about having like the right support staff for students.
Frustration shared across the country, including in Salford, where union members echoed the rumblings that have built up for months. Timing it on budget day was no coincidence. The Chancellor reaffirmed his promise to invest £2 billion in the nation's schools, but there's ambiguity over how it'll be spent and how these disputes will be resolved. If negotiations aren't happening, these National Days of Industrial Action won't be a one-off. Ashna Hurinag, Sky News in central London.